Hello everyone, welcome back to Solasta Crown of the Magister. We're back in town. Let's see what they've got going on.
We brought back proof.
How do you feel?
Better.
It might have been a simple fever after all.
What about the crown? You know the council will probably take it.
No,
We can't hide the fact that we found it with the Sorax.
it's our loot. Ours.
We have to
Precious.
declare anything of historical value. And they have the right to buy it.
And if it's priceless?
Come on, they can do whatever they want.
Sure.
I guess we'll see.
We might want to remind them that they were wrong about the Sorax.
Right, well the first thing I want to do is check the quest board. Because we have at least 2 quests to turn in. So, there's a bunch of stuff handed in. We didn't need to do each one manually. So we did the find the goblin history and find Sorak artifacts or something. We've got nothing else to select from there for a moment. Anything on this board as well? Scavenger stuff that's been collected. KLM outpost is complete. I'll take this and this. I'll have an arrow, sell the clubs and the commoner clothing for 2 whole silver. Right, I don't think there's anything else we want to be doing here immediately. We'll probably buy some supplies and the like shortly, but we need to go see the council, and then once we've done that, I believe we will unlock all of the different factions that we can give artifacts to, and in doing that, we will start to build rapport and find our access to more of the magical recipes and armors and items that we're going to want if we're going to prosper in this difficult campaign, because oh boy, I've had a lot more losses by this point than I had when we were playing on a standard difficulty. Is this even where we wanted to be? Is what I don't want the Mage Gate officer. Go to the Gravekeeper's Cask. Why are we going to the Gravekeeper's Cask to report stuff? Why aren't we going to the actual council? Fine. We'll find what's his face. Travel interrupted, presumably in the Gravekeeper's Cask.
Lord Karen.
Ah, deputies. I see you found some nice, shiny loot. So, have you brought us the head of a Sorak?
One head, slightly damaged.
Marike preserve us. I'm sorry I asked.
At least it's dead. You should have seen it alive.
I can only imagine.
When's the next council meeting?
When? But now, of course. The rumor of your return has already reached the palace. They're waiting for you.
They are?
Well, more for this. But come on.
Now there's a trophy. And by the way, who's crazy now?
All right, you were right and we were wrong. They do exist. Happy now?
Kid, I've seen more than anyone in this town, yet nobody seems to believe me.
Maybe it's a curse.
The curse of being surrounded by idiots.
If you don't mind, Merton, we have business to attend to.
Yeah, Merton.
Right. Say hello to the old lady for me, Karen.
Who is this guy again?
Arwen Merton. He used to be a legend. The first scavenger, they say. But now, well, you can see for yourself.
Who's this old lady?
Just ignore him. Let's go.
Your thoughts, Dean Fasek?
Well, it looks very much as the scriptures describe. Well then, it seems we have a problem.
It's a disaster. We all know what the Sor Akat did on Tirmar.
There's something else.
What?
A crown?
Interesting. Very nice find.
We don't want to sell it.
Why not? You know we pay well.
We want to keep it.
I'd like to take a look at it, though.
come on. Let them take a look.
Thank you.
We'll get it back, don't you worry.
Any ideas?
It's quite massive. Clearly imperial in style.
These ruins remind me of the Imperial Schools of Magic.
I have a spell I'd like to cast on this.
My lords, this deputy is clearly unwell.
What?
Oh dear. He'll be fine, I'm sure.
What happened?
You passed out.
Where are we?
The Temple of Einar. Marshal Beric Sunblaze himself invited us to stay here. We certainly made an impression on the council. They believe you're attuned to the crown, that you can't be separated from it.
What? So it is cursed.
They're not sure. All these big brains, and they're stumped. They cast spells on the crown. On you.
Between that and the Sorax, we caused quite a fuss out there. They'll reconvene the council when you're ready. But trust me, there's a lot of people who want to talk to you first.
Alright, we've got our legs back. I don't think there's anything else in this space that we care about, so as we leave, we're basically going to have a procession of all the different factions wanting favors from us, effectively.
Lord Sunblaze, thank you for your hospitality.
It's the least we can do for the deputies who proved that there are still Sorax on Solasta. You've proved we cannot relax our vigilance. Did you find anything else that could help us track them?
There was a parchment.
If you find it, send for the char.
You can read that?
That last word, it's not Temarian. It's in the Sorakath tongue.
I knew it.
It means general. You were wise to run.
Also, the fanatics we fought near that old tower, they all had this tattoo on their arm.
It seems to support the idea that they were working for the Sorax under duress.
It is indeed one of their ways. Now this is the A of Erevad.
Can you enlighten us?
Between the myth and what we've seen, it's confusing.
Of course. We paladins and clerics of Einar are the guardians of these memories. Our ancestors fought the war against the Sorakath. Their god, Sortar, gave them dark powers of treachery, mind-reading, and shape-changing. They infiltrated the human society, corrupted the hearts of men. At some point, everyone was suspected to be a Sorak in disguise. Distrust broke humanity. Sortar had won. He corrupted even Erevad, god of the Inquisitors. The gods themselves decided to run away from Tirmar. They opened the rift for the humans to escape to Solasta. Many of them didn't make it. It was a tragedy. At the site of the rift, thousands of Sorak tried to cross. Sortar himself tried. The rift was closed in a gigantic blast. Our kings and heroes, Manicalan's masters of magic, were all wiped out. So, how could Sorax have survived, escaped, and then thrived on Solasta? I suppose that's another one of their tricks. But for those who had survived the war, the Exodus, it was paramount to stay vigilant, to keep the memory alive. The memory of what Sorax were, what they could do, so that if one day they were to return, we'd be ready. I'm sorry to say, after 1,000 years, only a few of us remain. Now, most people believe Sorax are a mere legend. But you brought us proof. The Sorax are not extinct.
We know enough. We've seen a lot of this before.
Well, that's all very scary. But Thanks, it's going to help us.
You're welcome, deputies. If you find anything else connected to the Sor Akath or their allies, bring it to the temple. Talk to Chaplain Dallin Lark. You will be well rewarded. Whenever you're ready, the council will meet again.
Right, now as we attempt to leave through one of these doors... Is this the chamber we just came out of? No, it's just a route we're not going. As we leave, all these folks are going to want to have conversations with us about getting stuff for their factions. So I'm going to skip through these for us, otherwise we'll just watch 5 more similar conversations. So that was the Tower of Knowledge.
Can I ask for a minute of your time, deputies?
There's the Arcaneum.
Would you have a moment, deputies?
All right, but make it quick.
That was the Circle of Danatar. Now, which direction are we going in? Where are we? There's the general store. We have some business with Annie. So we might as well do that while we're down here. Ask after Merton. Any new fresh side quests for us? No. Annie, what have you got going on?
Clear skies, my friends. Do you know Arwin Merton, the so-called first scavenger?
Of course.
That's it?
Merton. It's a painful topic for me. I'd rather not talk about him.
Fair enough.
Simple stuff. Right, so we just need to talk to Arwin, learn about his secrets, and return to the council. As we do that, we can also take an opportunity to sell a bunch of this extra stuff that we've gathered. Because, oh boy, am I sure we've got a load of stuff we do not need. So, commoner clothing can go. Sapphires, I don't think are spell components that we're going to need. Velvet mask is just stuff that can be spent. Gold lockets, a valuable item to sell to a shop. Bronze statue, a valuable item to sell to a shop. Doom gem is crafting components. Amethyst we can sell. Right, that seems to be the basics of what Faith has going. Kite, you're probably loaded up on spare stuff as well. We definitely don't need all these extra weapons. Pelts are just for sale, aren't they? Diamond will keep. Other ingredients will keep. We don't need a plain wand. We don't need a plain orb. How about the two of you? Got anything extra? A bunch of leather armor we don't need. Extra daggers we're not going to need. We'll keep the scrolls. We can transcribe some of that later. We'll keep the diamond. Don't need orb. Don't need all these holy amulets. And we don't need this scale mail armor anymore. Right, so that's some of those basics done. Now, principally, ahead of anything else, I would like to try and get magic items for purchase first. That's my priority. We'll read that. So, if we can find them, we want to see the Snow Alliance Embassy. And they are not here yet. So, clearly, we're a conversation short.
If it isn't our brave saviors.
Let's finish off what we've got going on at the council then. Return to the council chambers. It's going to be up here, isn't it?
Greetings, Sorak Slayers.
Hello.
I am Halman Summer of the Guild of Antiquarians.
Here's another
I'm
guild.
instructed
We'll
to
skip
invite
this.
you to visit us at the Embassy of the Snow Alliance.
Honorable council members, please take your seats.
Ah, our crown bearer is up again.
Lord Danantar has the floor.
Thank you. I have confirmed that our deputy is indeed magically attuned to the crown. It is an uncommonly powerful attunement, unlike anything I've seen. I strongly recommend against forcing separation.
Chancellor Gormsdotter?
With the Council's permission, I'd like to try a little experiment. I have here the gem that Captain Merrin recovered recently. I have reason to believe that it might be... as I suspected. It belongs to the crown.
What have you done?
Commander, take Her Royal Highness to safety.
No, wait!
Dun dun dun. This sequence has a whole other feel to it, having gone through the conclusion once before. But I think we're just going to start laying into these folks. We could try and get all fancy, but I think it's just going to be a case that no matter what we do here, eventually it will be the end of the cutscene, effectively. I want to know where I can get a sword that does this much damage. In fact, can we see what we're equipped with? Can not. Alright then. Just going to be strike, strike, strike. Plus 12 to hit is incredible. Totally missed, but we had a third attack last time as well, thanks to haste. Clearly we've got some great armor class going on. Now, who shall we hit? Let's hit the little one with the fewest hit points, shall we? Man, I hope we can have stats this good one day. At some point we'll get some heavy armor for Kite. I can't remember if this just ends when we have 0 hit points or if something else changes first. There's a lot of HP to contend with. We have 15 left. We have 7 left. 2 left. What? You're kidding. This doesn't end in some kind of cutscene fashion. What is happening? I don't remember how this ends at all. So we're just gonna do it all again. But try and stay alive slightly longer this time. Defend the mages with your life. Protect the masters for 3 turns. Did we only get through 2.5 turns that time then? Well, we're not getting a crit on that, which is a shame. At least I can remember that I do have 3 attacks. Bleed-in restorations. Right. So if we need to survive 3 turns, we need to kill them as efficiently as possible. And that's going to be by killing whatever has the lowest number of hit points, I think, so that they can have the fewest turns in the round order. We can probably lay on hands ourselves when we do get low on hit points, just to survive the extra round. It is lovely when they miss, isn't it? Stop healing yourselves. Game. He's destined to die anyway. Stop worrying about him. Are we capable of rolling anything under an 18 with this character? Is that how this is going at the moment? Dude, how much does this guy have going on? Appears to relieve the Storax of their vulnerability to light. You just got 5 stacks of the same blessing. Thank you for missing. I appreciate that. Right, let's use power. Lay on hands. Ourselves. That's 50 HP. That's worthwhile. So is it going to be the end of this orbit? Please say this is it. There we go.
Are you going to faint again?
I must find the other gems.
The Crown wants the other gems back.
What?
I think I can find them. I can feel them.
You said it wasn't sentient.
This is old Manic Callan magic. Anything is possible. Let the Crown Bearer and the other deputies follow that quest. Find the other gems if you can, but keep us informed. In the meantime, we will formulate a response to the Sorax.
Let's vote. Delegates, do you agree?
Aye. Your Royal Highness?
Oh, pardon me. Yes, I concur.
To which proposition, Your Highness?
I mean, they should go and find the diamonds, the gems.
So resolved. Let it be recorded. Thank you, honored delegates. The council is now in recess.
Alright, we have our main plot line.
What was that? What do you mean the Crown wants its missing gems?
I can't explain. I just feel it. Anyway, we have a new mission.
All right then. So, where are we going, Crown Bearer?
I think the Crown knows.
That's why she asked you. Right, new destinations available. The Crown Bearer's Intuition is our quest, so join me next time. We will finish up here in town. There's some magic items I want to hopefully trade for, provided the options have become available to us. The guy I wanted to speak to is now over there, so that's good. Otherwise, thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.